Hi everyone, welcome to this English learning video. Today the topic is tenses, present, past, future, and perfect tense. Here is the table of contents of today's learning video. First, we will study the simple present tense. Next, simple past tense. Then, simple future tense. And present perfect tense. Finally, a quick review. Part 1. Simple present tense. We use simple present tense when things that are always true. Example: water freezes at 0 degrees. Feelings, opinions, and preferences. Example: Jessie likes playing basketball. Things that we do regularly. Example: Grandma drinks milk every morning. Simple present forms of the verb to be. I am or am not short. You, we, they are or are not short. He, she, it is or is not short. Simple present forms of verbs. For most verbs, we add s at the end of the verb. For example, likes, says. For verbs ending in a consonant and a y, we need to delete the y and add ies at the end of the verb. For example, cries, carries. For verbs ending in ss or x or sh or ch, we need to add es at the end of the verb. For example, misses, mixes, washes, watches. For some verbs ending in o, we need to add es at the end of the verbs. For example, goes, echoes. For some irregular verbs, we need to change the word. For example, have to has. Positive and negative statements in simple present tense. For positive statements, I, you, we, they like dancing. He, she, it likes dancing. For negative statements, I, you, we, they do not like dancing. He, she, it does not like dancing. Asking yes/no questions in simple present tense. Do I, you, we, they like dancing? Does he, she, it like dancing? Am I tall? Are you they tall? Is he, she, it tall? Part 2. Simple past tense. We use simple past tense when things that are happened at a definite time in the past. Example: yesterday we ate at the new restaurant. Simple past forms of the verb to be: I, he, she, it was or was not at the restaurant yesterday. You, we, they were or were not at the restaurant yesterday. Simple past forms of verbs. For most verbs, we add ed at the end of the verb. For example, mixed, jumped. For some verbs ending in e, we add d at the end of the verb. For example, baked, agreed. For verbs ending in a consonant and a y, we need to delete the y and add ied at the end of the verb. For example, fried, tidied, studied. For verbs ending in a vowel and a consonant, we need to double the consonant and add ed at the end of the verb. For example, sipped, rubbed, shot. For irregular verbs, we need to change the word. For example, have to had, make to made. Positive and negative statements in simple past tense. For positive statements, I, you, we, they, he, she, it ate breakfast this morning. For negative statements, I, you, we, they, he, she, it did not eat breakfast this morning. Asking yes/no questions in simple past tense. Did I, you, we, they, he, she, it have breakfast? Was I, he, she, it at the restaurant yesterday? Were you, we, they at the restaurant yesterday? Part 3. Simple future tense. We use simple future tense when a decision to do something in the future at the moment of speaking. Example: I will spend more time studying. Things we hope or think are going to happen in the future. Example: I will pass my next test. I promise to do something in the future. Example, I will go with you to the library tomorrow. Note that we use the base form of a verb after will. Positive and negative statements in simple future tense. For positive statement, I, you, we, they, he, she, it will come tomorrow. For negative statement, I, you, we, they, he, she, it will not come tomorrow. Asking yes/no questions in simple future tense. Will I, you, we, they, he, she, it go to the party? Part 4. Present perfect tense. We use present perfect tense when a past action that has a result in the present. Example, average temperatures have increased since the 1950s. An action that happened in the past, but the exact time is not important. Example, more than 190 countries have already signed the petition. Repeated actions in the past that may happen again. Example, we have thrown a large amount of rubbish each day. Note that we use have or has and the past participle of verbs for present perfect tense. Positive and negative statements in present perfect tense. For positive statement, I, you, we, they have turned off the light. He, she, it has turned off the light. For negative statement, I, you, we, they have not turned off the light. He, she, it has not turned off the light. Asking yes/no questions in present perfect tense. Have I, you, we, they turned off the light? Has he, she, it turned off the light? Part 5. Quick review. We use simple present tense when things that are always true, feelings, opinions, and preferences, things that we do regularly. We use simple past tense when things that are happened at a definite time in the past. We use simple future tense when a decision to do something in the future at the moment of speaking. Things we hope or think are going to happen in the future. I promise to do something in the future. Note that we use the base form of a verb after will. We use present perfect tense when a past action that has a result in the present. An action that happened in the past, but the exact time is not important. Repeated actions in the past that may happen again. Note that we use have or has and the past participle of verbs for present perfect tense. This is the end of today's English learning video. Please try your best to finish the worksheet. See you in the next video.